Yo, what's going on, guys? Yonder Gogeta here, and today I'm here with a Persona character tier list video. I know tier list videos are kind of overdone and everything, but I just wanted to sit down and make a video because my PC has been acting faulty, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make any reviews like I did for the Lost Judgment one for a minute. So I wanted to make something that I can just kind of sit down, talk, and, have some fun with. So what better thing to do than a tier list? I can just sit here, talk, have some cool music, and have some discussions. So before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me with the algorithm, all that good stuff. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so please just do those three things for me. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the nature of a Persona character's tier list. For one, this is just my opinion. I don't want this to get like too heated because I know if you talk bad about somebody's character, you're going to hell pretty much in the Persona community. So just chill with me, all right? It's just my opinions, okay, guys? And for two, I haven't played all the Persona games for one. And two, I haven't done all the social links. I've done all the social links in Persona 4 and 5. I have not done them in Persona 3, and I have not completed Persona 2 yet. I'm like in that place, I forget. It's like a bar. No, it's like a strip club looking thing and Akichi goes in there to find a girl or something, and he gets his ass kicked. But that's all I remember. And then Persona 1 I haven't played at all, so I can't say anything on that. So all these Persona 1 characters right here, I'm just going to have to ignore. I'm sorry, guys. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But, where do I even start with this? Do I start with okay, I'll start with Persona 2, right? So I can do the timestamps. So from what I have done in Persona 2, I've met all these characters besides this dude right here. I met these three. And Maya. Have not met these three because that's Eternal Punishment. I have not gotten to Eternal Punishment. That is Innocent Sin. I've only played a little bit. So, I have liked the characters a lot. I don't know if I know them enough to put them in like S or anything. I do like Tatsuya a lot though. I'm interested in his backstory. This is going to be so... because I don't want it to be too long, but at the same time, I'm probably just going to have to sit here and think for a minute. Tatsuya... Okay, first of all, I know where I'll start. I'm sorry. I'm going to put all the protagonists in S+. I'm just going to do that real quick. Where is you? Makoto. And then Ren. Where you at, bud? Alright. This is where I'll start. The modern, or not modern, well yeah, modern, the trilogy Persona protagonist. This is, what order would I put them in? My favorite is definitely Narukami. I think I would put it in this order. Some people would kill me for putting FemC over Joker, but me personally, I like FemC's or Kotone or Minako, whatever you want to call her. I like her personality. Like, I like how she's so bubbly, energetic. I like that a lot. I actually really do. And then Tatsuya is also like the kind of protagonist type thing. I don't think he's on the same tier as the modern day protagonist for me yet because I haven't finished Persona 2. I'm just going off of what I've known. Maybe I shouldn't even put them in there, but I do know enough about them, I think, to where I want to put them on the tier. And where I have put Tatsuya, I'm feeling comfortable with. Ginkgo Lisa, I would probably, I don't know, I really don't know much about her is the problem, because, is she the one who has like that rich dad and she hates him? Oh no, I'm about to get roasted so hard. Okay, I'm just I'm just gonna put her at A++ because what I have played so far, I am liking. I do like her personality. I just don't know enough about her. Oh no. Okay. Same thing with Akichi. I do like him. Actually, I do respect this character a lot because when he went into the little club place, he just stood there and got his ass kicked. He like took it. He has a lot of pride. I like his personality. He's got that little band rocker type style. I would say they're on the same tier. I would say that, I think. And then Maya, I would probably, from what I know of her, I would put her at the top of S tier because it's the same kind of reason I put MC above Joker. I just love her upbeat personality. I love how she's always up and go get 'em. She's always encouraging the team to, you know, do their best and never give up hope. Like when you're trapped in that bunker and when you first meet her, like the very first time you meet her, she's got a smile. I respect that a lot. Oh wow, we're already on Persona 3, huh? Maybe this video won't be as long as I thought it will be. Okay. Yukari, I would put in S tier. Put it simply, I think Yukari is way overhated. I think she is probably one of the best characters in the Persona series, regardless. Some people hate her because of the answer, but honestly, I thought the answer made her better because she was like, actually, she felt like a normal human being. So when, spoiler alert, Makoto dies, the Persona 3 protagonist dies at the end, like, obviously that's going to have an effect on her because she was really close to him, right? So she's going through these stages of grief. Going through these stages of grief. And obviously, like, she's only, she's a junior or senior. So she's like 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there. I'm not entirely sure. She's somewhere around there. She's not fully developed. She just went through a traumatic experience. So obviously she's going to be desperate to do things like go back in time to save Makoto. But at the end, she has her redemption, so I don't get why people are on her case so much. She's a great character. I would probably say she is my favorite Lover's Arcana. I would put her above Rise and An. Is there anything else I want to say about her? I don't think so. But Yukari, top tier. I do like her a lot. Junpei, I want to put him in S tier too. Actually, yeah, I'm going to, because Junpei probably has the best character development of any character in Persona 3. He starts out as like this kind of jealous, how do I put it? Just jealous asshole, kind of. He's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of a jealous asshole. But by the end, after he meets Chidori, all that stuff happens with Strega, the world almost ends. He has like a lot of character development, I feel like. So he goes from an asshole, jealous dude, to being like really caring, being really mature. So like, I really like how he acted in the answer because he was, I feel like like the beginning Junpei, he would have definitely like gone back. But he realized Makoto's sacrifice and he was just cool with it. I hope what I'm saying is making sense because I'm kind of talking quick and it's 1:12 a.m. Oh man, this is going to be, I'm going to get roasted so hard. But I do think Junpei had the best character development of any character in Persona 3. I do think that. Akihiko, I don't want to put every character in S tier, but Akihiko was very good to me. I'm trying to think. His development. Gotta think for a second. I might have to cut this video. Akihiko's development throughout the game, especially after Shinji died. No, actually, yeah. I'm gonna have to put him in S. I love Akihiko, okay? Because at the beginning, he's denying his past, right? With everything that happened. Then, after Shinji dies, he comes to terms with everything. He wants to keep on fighting for Shinji. He stops regretting the past so much. And then he's really just upbeat. He's a badass because he's just a badass, honestly. I feel like his growth, I mean, that's the kind of thing about Persona 3, right? All the characters have really good growth. All of the characters in the Persona series have growth. So, I don't know, man. Like, would I put Akihiko in the same tier as Junpei and Yukari, I don't know, maybe not, because it's so tough, man. I'm not trying to get roasted. Okay, I can edit it later, but for now I'm gonna do this because I can't, like, off the top of my head, like Yukari and Junpei, think of why I want to put him in S tier, and that's probably a me problem, but I can't really do anything about that, so I'm just gonna have to go off my head. Okay, Mitsuru, where would I put her? Would I put her on A++ or S? So I'm trying to think. Mitsuru.
2 seconds later.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to think off the top of my head what I can think of. At the beginning, or I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna go to when her dad dies. When her dad dies, she has that moment of, like, depression that all the characters in the game go through, their personal moments of growth. So that's when she becomes friends with Yukari, like close friends with Yukari. Then she starts fighting for more than her dad. She goes from, like, oh my god, I'm about to get roasted so hard. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played. Oh my god. Okay, let me... I don't know. I'm just gonna have to skip her. I'm gonna put her... Since I can't think of her growth as a character off the top of my head, I'm just gonna have to put her in A+. I can't remember. Like, I literally cannot remember. That is... Oh no. Fuka, as much as I love Fuka, she's probably, like, my favorite character from Persona 3, just because of how cute and stuff she was. I don't think I'm gonna put her on the same tier as Akihiko. Maybe I'll talk myself into it. I like Fuka because she goes from being the bullied girl who is just really nice, to having a good, caring community of friends. She's always trying to support. She's the navigator. She's just precious, honestly. Honestly, as a biased pick, you know, fuck it. This tier list is already terrible. I can... Oh, man. This tier list is about to get me so roasted. Just off of my personal opinion, I'm going to put Fuka in A++, just because I like her growth. She didn't have as much growth as all the other characters. I'd say she's probably the most underdeveloped character in the game. I just love Fuka. Like, she is so wholesome. She is the worst navigator, and by worst navigator, I mean, like, by helpfulness, because she does nothing to help you in battle. But I'm just gonna do it. A++. I love her. She's precious. She's nice. She's cute. She's going in A++. That's it. Aegis, I'm gonna put Aegis in S. The reason I'm gonna put Aegis in S is because she's probably the best robot character, right? Yeah, I would say that. So the reason I say she's the best robot character is because she goes from being activated by Itokura, or the bad dude that led Cease at the beginning. He goes from being led by her, being activated, and having orders only to, like, protect Makoto, to becoming more sentient throughout the game. She goes from being more robotic, and her sentences and everything become more human-like. She actually develops feelings, and in the anime she actually, like, cries at the end, even though she's a robot, which I get why they did that, but it honestly doesn't make sense. But I do love the character development of the robot archetype, because I just love when there's growth like that. So you go from being, like, kind of boring and bland to finding yourself, right? You're finding your inner self. So I would put her there for that, and I would also put her in S because of the answer. I did like how she kind of came to terms with Makoto's death and learned how to live her own life without having to worry about Makoto the whole time. She accepted his sacrifice and she became the wild card. I'm just gonna leave it there. I do love Aigis. He is a great character. Koromaru, I mean, I love Koromaru, but let's be real. As a character, he's just a dog, right? So I'm gonna put him in B. I'm gonna put him in B for boy, right? Because he's just the boy. He is nothing more than that. He is average. B average. I can't say much more than that. Ken Amada, huh? I would put Ken in A+ above Mitsuru because I like how Ken deals with his mother's death. I liked how but once he learned that Shinji killed his mother, because he lived just for revenge. He's a 10-year-old boy with PTSD. His mother got killed right in front of him by shadows. He's living PTSD. He lives for the sole purpose of revenge. Then when he finds out that Shinji did it, one of his good friends, he still goes through with it, kind of, because obviously Shrega killed Shinji at the end of the day. Which is, rip Shinji. That dude got absolutely laid the hell out. But I do love Ken's development. He learns that there's more to life than revenge. He learns to live for his friends, for his mother, for Shinji. He becomes a good kid, man. You can't hate the kid, I don't think. Because some people hate him because of October 3rd. I think that's the day it was that Shinji died. Because he was technically the reason, I guess. But you just gotta think of it from this kid's perspective, man. He didn't get a chance to live. He don't care. Or he didn't care anyways. So I respect that a lot, man. I respect his character development. Not many kids could have came out of that the way he did. So give big ups to Ken for sure. Shinji, I'm gonna put an A. Let me think why I'm putting him in A. The reason I'm gonna put him in A is because I love Shinji to death, literally, but I don't think he had the same growth as Ken or Mitsuru or any of the characters above, because he just didn't have as much time. So he comes to terms with what he did kind of at the end with Ken. He gives Ken his advice to, live on for more than revenge and death and all that good stuff, but at the end of the day, he wasn't as fleshed out, I don't think. He had the condition where his persona tries to kill him. He had that relationship with Akihiko. He had that connection with Shrega. He drove the story forward perfectly. I think he's an above average character in the A tier. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's great though. I don't think he's A+ above. I think he's just A tier, good character. Metis is literally just Aigis' secondary self that Aigis tried to suppress. So honestly, I'm gonna put Metis above Koromaru just because Metis, she's not original, right? She's literally just a figment of Aigis that came because Aigis was trying to fend off herself, I guess. She was trying to go more robotic because of Makoto's death. And I do respect Metis for obviously driving the answer and giving Aigis and the team their redemption. But I just don't think she was fleshed out. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm putting her in average. I don't think she's bad. I just think she's average. See, oh wait, no. I have done this social link. This is the dude who tried to date the damn teacher. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna put him in C. I think he's below average. The reason I'm saying below average is because even though he's a bro character, man, he was just so corny. This man came to Makoto crying because he couldn't get no bitches. He couldn't get the teacher on him, bro. And that was literally the whole social link. He was just trying to date a teacher, I think. I may be missing the whole bigger picture of the social link, but that's all I remember, so that's all I can put. He was just trying to date a teacher, and I thought it was funny, so that's all I can put. I did do this I guess I can rank him based on the anime. I'm gonna say I don't want to rank him on the anime because his social link probably gave him some death. So I'm gonna skip him. The elderly couple I am going to put in B tier as well. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because from what I remember correctly, the elderly couple was the ones who owned that bookshop. They were the ones who had their son pass away. Or, yeah, it was a teacher at the school, I think. Then they built a tree at the school in memoriam of this kid, and they come to terms with their kid's death. No, actually, I'm putting them above Midas. Oh god, I need some water. I'm gonna put them above Metis because they had more character development than Metis for sure. They came to terms with their kid's death. You helped them through their kid's death, and they're just a nice couple of people. You know, when you walk into that store, you see them just sitting there behind that bookshelf. It makes you feel good. So, I like that. Is this the where would I put him? Would I put him average or above average? Would I put him on the same tier as Shinji? Probably not. So I'm gonna do this. I think he's above average. I don't think they're above the couple though. I'm gonna put him right there. So this guy is an athletic dude. He tries his best to win. Actually, I remember now, I think. So the story behind him is that he is trying to win a school national championship for his brother because he asked him to and he wants to make him proud. But he has a knee injury and he continues to play through the knee injury, continuously making it worse. And eventually Makoto helps him, realize, just chill out, man. It's really not that serious. Actually, yeah, you know what? This is the one Persona 3 social link I'll put in A, because I really liked how he was doing it for his little brother or cousin or whoever it was. I liked how he was doing that. I think he's a good guy. He's a funny guy. He's like the stupid bro-ish character. And honestly, I have a little bias towards those dumb characters, but yeah, I would put him there. He's a good guy. He trains hard. He was just stupid. He was just dumb. That was the problem. So you help him realize, it's okay, man. Like, if you just relax. Chihiro, I'm gonna put in B as well. She is the shy girl who is a part of the student council. You pretty much just help her because she was scared of boys, right? So Makoto helps her not be scared of boys anymore. Is that it? And you help her with her shyness. So like she's really super socially anxious. Oh man, I don't know. That's like, would I put them? No. Would I put her on the same tier as that though? When I do this? You know what? I'm gonna put her in right here for one fact. In Persona 4, you see her growth even more. And this is kind of biased because it's not just Persona 3. But in Persona 4, when you go to Gekukan High for the school trip, you see her and she's more grown, socially active, and she's the student council president. So it shows some growth from Persona 3 when you helped her with the social awkwardness and all that. So I'm going to put her there. Toriyumi, I'm going to put in average because literally all you do is talk. Actually, yeah, I'm going to put her in average. Oh, no, I don't know. Because I think she's better than Chihiro. I'll do this. Screw it. Because I don't dislike either of them. I think they're both average social links. Toriyumi, you talk to her online. She vents to Makoto through this online game. And pretty much just talks about how she doesn't like her job and has trouble with people. But you kind of help her come to terms with things, and that's I'm like shortening it a lot, but it is a pretty good social link. I think it's on the same-ish level as Chihiro. So screw it, I'm putting it there. People are gonna hate me, dude. I did not do that social link. Did I do this social link? I don't think I finished it, so I'm not gonna put it in there. She's kind of similar to this dude right here, kind of. Did not do that. The death social link, because the death social link is pretty bad, honestly. I like Ryoji, but that social link with Pharaohs was literally just to tell you, like, hey, there's another full moon, and hey, you're going towards destruction, and hey, you're getting more powerful, so good job. Pretty much, right? Now, if you count the anime, which I guess I could, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to count the anime. Yeah, I'm not going to count the anime, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Bebe, oh man. I'm going to put him in C because he's a Japanese freak. He's from France. He came to Japan to learn more about their culture. He has problems with his dad and his aunt. They wanted him to come back home, which he eventually does. That's pretty much it. Like, you help him with his family issues and then he goes back home. So he doesn't really have too much growth in comparison to the other ones, I don't think. So yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say about him. I think he's just average. He's like an average social link. Maybe, I don't know. I'll come back, but he might be D material, honestly. Tanaka, oh god. Because Tanaka was the one where... It's the one where you, like, tear his shirt. He gives you advice. And then at the end, he thinks about you. Like, when you're going to Nick's, he thinks about you. And he's like, man, what would I do if that kid were here? Nah, bro. Honestly, Tanaka was pretty trash. Because he literally just talks to you. He's like, hey, man, you could be rich if you just be a bad person. And I'm like, bro, oh, what are you talking about? It was funny. This is... Oh, man, I'm about to get... I don't know. I feel like I'm messing up here. I feel like I'm messing up. If I put Tanaka in there, I gotta put him in the D2 then. I have to. Because I don't think he's that much better. I don't think he's a tier above Tanaka. So they're on the same tier, D. You gotta be. This dude's just an F. He's the gourmet king. He eats a lot. And that's pretty much it. He just eats a lot. That's all I know from him. That's all I can remember. He just eats a lot. So he's F. He's terrible. He's probably the worst social link in the whole series. Yeah. Akinari, he is going to go into the... Yeah, he's going in A++. I don't think he's S tier, but he is the best social link in Persona 3 by far. When Makoto meets him, he's dying of a sickness. He doesn't know how to deal with it. He doesn't want to die. But he's an author, he writes a book, and he doesn't know what to write the book about. So he writes the book, he goes through all these drafts, he tells you about his book, problems, and all that. He eventually gets a rough draft for the book, finishes the book, and then he passes away. But when he passes away, he realizes his growth. He's okay with passing away because he left his message out there in the world for the kids. It's a kid's book, by the way, that he was writing. He left his message out there in the world, got it published, and it ended up being a very big book in the Persona series, as I think it was mentioned in Persona 4 or Persona 5. I think it was a book Nanako was reading, because it was about a pink alligator and like something else. I can't remember exactly, but I do love his growth. He goes from being hopeless, sick, and dying, and then he finally realizes life isn't so bad. He had a good experience with Makoto, and he could die happily now that he's left his message on the world. So I love Akinari. I think that was his name. One of the best social links in the whole series, for sure. Okay. So we have skipped a lot of characters. My mouth is getting very dry. I would be lying if I said it wasn't, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. We are 30 minutes into this video. It's time for Persona 4. Yosuke, I'm gonna put at the top of A++. The reason I'm gonna put Yosuke at the top of A++ is because he goes. I feel like Persona 4 characters are gonna be biased because they have like the most growth to me. Persona 4 Yosuke, he goes from being like bored, hating where he lives, having not no friends, but having no really close, valuable bonds. He goes from having no close, valuable bonds. He accepts himself. He gets closer to Narukami in the party. He eventually has his growth with the, loving his town, loving his friends, and all that good stuff. So, and he's just a bro character. He's like really cool. And I feel like he's the only one who really got super duper close to Narukami because they always hung out. They always, did the partner thing. They were partners. I like that little dynamic, the Narukami and Yosuke partner thing. I like that a lot. So that's a little biased. Okay. Chie, I am going to put... God, I'm trying to think. Okay, so let's just talk about Chie. She is the meat-loving person. She is a fitness addict. She likes martial arts movies. She, in her social link, she wants to protect people. She wants to become a police officer. She wants to, prove she is strong, kind of. I can't... Ah, man, my memory is shot. It's so late. I shouldn't have recorded this video so late. I'm gonna get roasted. But I do enjoy Chie. I can't go much into it. I'm just gonna put her there. Yukiko, you know what, bro? Fuck all y'all Yukiko haters. Y'all can kiss my ass. I love Yukiko. I love her bubbly personality. I love her attitude when the people at the end come and try to film everything. I love how she's so caring. I love how she's crazy. I love Yukiko, man. I love Yukiko. Put her in S tier. Her social link wasn't the best. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I loved it anyways because I love her personality. I love her dressing style. She's cute, man. I love her. I can't do nothing about it, man. I'm sorry. If you disagree, I'm sorry, man. But it's my opinion. Kanji, honest to God, I'm putting him there. Because I think Kanji might be my favorite character, of any cast in Persona. Because he's this big, badass dude. He looks scary as hell. And he's actually the softest one. He makes stuffed animals for kids. He loves his mother. He helps around the shop. He loves the team. He accepts himself for being scared and he tries to work on it. They were way too hard on Kanji throughout the game, man, for real. His growth, honestly, probably the best out of any of the cast, especially in moments where especially Nanako when she's in the hospital. When Naoto is starting to cry and everything, he says, crying is not going to help her. Let's just pray for her and let's hope for the best. I love that kind of mentality because Nanako would not want y'all to be sad. She would want y'all to be out, doing your thing, having fun. So I love Kanji's mentality. Honestly, I wasn't even enjoying Persona 4 until I got to Kanji and got him in the party because he is just so much fun, man. He is a joy to have around. Love him, for sure. One of my favorite characters in Persona. Rise, I am going to put... I'm gonna put her a... I'm gonna do this. The reason I'm gonna do this is because I like how she goes from wanting to quit being Reset to kind of accepting that she's Reset. She wants... That's a part of her. She doesn't have as much, like, impact on the story. Like, throughout the main story, she's mostly just simping over Narukami. But I think she's just cool. I like how she accepts herself. You go through, and then Persona 4 Dancing, which I will count because that's like a mainline game. You see her become Rosette. She gets on the stage, helps everyone dance. I like her just upbeat, get it mentality. You know what I mean? I respect it. I respect it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I think Akihiko had some more development, and then nah, you know what? Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna be rearranging this like over and over again. I'm thinking that, yeah, I think I would put them at the bottom of A++. And if you notice, there's none that are really bad. Like, there's S+, S, A++, A+A, B, C. Like, none of them are really bad. It's just my personal preference with how I felt with the character. So, like, honestly, since it's personal preference, I'm just doing this. Not even gonna explain why. I talked about it earlier. I love Fuka. I love her. Naoto, I think she's probably... Would I put her in S? Yeah. I would put her in S because she has a really good social link where she accepts herself and goes on that chase with the Phantom Thief, and it's her dad trying to help her, you know, take things a little more less serious, have more fun in life. Her development throughout the story is really good because her shadow, I mean, was her wanting to be a dude because that's her ideal vision of a man at that time. And then she realizes she doesn't have to be a man to be who she wants to be. She can be a woman and be a cool detective at the same time. So she embraces her femininity. Femininity? I can't even talk. But she embraces her feminine side at the end. I respect her growth, you know? I do a lot. And I like her moments where she's kind of like crazy, especially when she talks to Teddy and she's like, sorry Teddy, only humans have rights or whatever. I love that kind of moment from her. And she's like scared of the dark and stuff. She's just cute, you know? I like her. Adachi, this one's tough because on one hand I want to put him like up here for being like a really good villain, but at the same time I want to just put him down here for being cringe. But realistically, I think he was a very good... I'm gonna put him there. Hopefully people don't get mad at me, but realize this isn't a bad tier. It's A+ still. I think Adachi, the only thing about Adachi for me is just how blunt it is. Like, I guess there's not really any build up to it, you know what I mean? Like, he's very manipulative, he's gaslighting, he's just a really bad person, right? But he is so realistic in the fact that he just did it to do it because he could, that I feel like that kind of makes him a good character. I'm gonna put him here. He didn't have any growth is the thing, right? Okay, with that said, I need to make it very clear, I have not played Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, so I know there's a Adachi episode, and that probably gave him some redemption. I don't know, because at the end of the game, he does accept his punishment, he's okay with it, and he kind of just goes with it, so I kind of just like him because he's just so... he's so forward, you know? I'm gonna put him at the bottom of A++. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Dojima, I'm going to put in... I'm gonna put Dojima... It's either, like, somewhere around here or, like, here-ish. I'm gonna put him here for now. The reason I like Dojima is because, one, he's, like, a really cool dad. He takes care of Nanako. And two, his confidant was, like, the most memorable one out of any of them for me. Because he's searching for his wife's killer. He fails and fails and fails. He neglects Nanako. Nanako gets pissed off and over with it. And then... but Dojima slowly starts to realize, like, hey, I'm messing up here. I'm not giving my daughter affection. My wife, my passed away wife, would not want this to be happening right now. So we're just going to try to live a happy life. Hopefully we can get over this, and I'm going to be there for Nanako. So yeah, I'm going to put him in S. God, oh man, my voice is shot. Deep breaths, John. Okay. Oh man, we still got so much more to go. Okay, let's begin. Teddy, I'm going to put Teddy right here. I love Teddy, honestly. I like him better than Morgana. The reason I'm going to put Teddy below Ken and everybody is because I feel like he's just the one I did not like the most out of the Persona 4 cast. And that's mainly just because of how annoying he was. Now, I will say I thought he was super funny. I thought he was a cool mascot. But realistically, he does have a lot of growth because he learns that he's a shadow. He accepts that he's a shadow. He births himself into existence pretty much from shadow. Then he accepts that he's a shadow once he realizes, you know, everything's true. So he does have some good growth. I do respect him. But I just don't think he has as much, like, personal sentimental value or growth or anything like that. So I'm gonna do this. Nanako, I am going to put at... I'm gonna put her there. The reason I'm gonna put her there is because she has a lot of growth too, surprisingly for a little kid. She goes from, it's a lot of things, right? So it's one, her mother dying, two, Dojima ignoring her, three, coping with not having a mother, which, you know, goes into the death thing, but still. Her dungeon heaven was absolutely amazing because it really makes you realize how much the death affected her. And after that, Narukami and all of his friends help Nanako, you know, kind of relax, come to terms, not feel alone, you know, have a good time. So, and honestly, Nanako is just an absolute angel. So, I mean, there ain't much I can say other than that. Nanako is just precious as hell. I love her. Every time I play through Persona 4, I hear the "Every day is great at your Junes." It just, you know, it makes me smile, man. I love Nanako. So I'm gonna put her right there. I think Kanji overall sold the game more for me, but I'm gonna put it like that. The Hermit, I'm putting in the same, you know what, nah, I gotta do this. I'm putting him in the same tier as Koromaru because it's literally the same thing. Like, they don't talk, they just kind of help you, right? So, I can't really say much. I do think the Hermit is better than Koromaru, just because the Hermit actually leads you on a bunch of different things where you actually, you know, I'm doing this. The Hermit actually leads you onto a bunch of different tasks where you actually go around the city and help people. You help a old elderly man, you help a bunch of students at school with like relationship problems and stuff like that. So I do like that, like, go questing type thing that they did. It was really unique. I actually did like it a lot, so I'm gonna do that. I didn't do this social link. I never do that one, the basketball, but this one I would put. I mean, if I put him there, then I should put Daisuke there too. I just like Daisuke, or Daisuke, or yeah, Daisuke, I think. I like Daisuke because he goes from being like really out of everything. He wants to quit soccer. He wants to give up on everything because his ex-girlfriend like really hurt him. So he wants Narukami to be his replacement. But Ko and it's the same thing. I'm putting them on the same tier. Ko and Daisuke, and Narukami, they have this bond, this trio, right? Of the, sports bros. They help each other, they train together, they help Daisuke through this time. Eventually Daisuke goes and talks to his ex, gets everything resolved, and it's just like a kind of feel-good bro story, you know what I mean? So if you haven't played these games, you are going to have no damn idea what I'm talking about, but hopefully if you've played the games, you can kind of see where my mentality is. I think everything's making sense so far. I think so. Hopefully. This one Chiki, right? No. Naoki. Yeah, Naoki. I'm gonna put them on the same tier as the elderly couple because it's kind of the same type of story. So Saki Konishi, one of the characters from Persona 4 Golden that died, he is her brother, and the whole social link is you going through coping with Saki's death, and you're the only one who doesn't really pity him. You kind of just really talk to him like a normal person and help him, and he kind of vents to you over the course of the thing. Eventually, it starts out with him never really crying about it, never really grieving, never really coping with the fact that his sister is dead. Just kind of missing her, not really coming to terms with it. But by the end, he comes to terms with it. He figures everything out, and it's a solid social link. It's average, middle of average, I would say, for sure. This one, it's kind of the same thing as Naoki right here, and I put B, but I'll put it here. I just don't think it had as much depth to it, right? I don't think it was as fleshed out, because I can't really think of the social link because it's all like the same thing almost, except you just get closer and closer to learning more and more about her and about her husband and why she's moved and everything. And she kind of wants to die alone. She blames herself for her husband's death, but eventually she comes to terms with everything. She's willing to go back home to her family and kind of chill out. So I'm gonna do that. I think that's a good placement. This one I'll put like right. I'll put it right there, maybe. So this social link is about a mother who doesn't actually really even like, I mean, she loves her kid, but she doesn't really know what to do with it because her dad, or not dad, his dad, and therefore the woman's wife, oh my gosh, the woman's husband, they're kind of like neglecting, he's off somewhere else doing some work or something, kind of neglecting the family. So the son doesn't like her because she's a stepmother, and it's a series of them neglecting each other, not really talking to each other, and doing everything in their power to just avoid the damn problems at hand. But eventually they do realize that they care for each other, because at one point the mother's always trying to talk to her, or talk to him, the kid. Then at one point, the kid punches Narukami because the kid thinks that Narukami is messing with her, and it shows that they have a bond, right? A bond going on. So eventually, they figure everything out, and they actually love each other. So it's a solid social link, average for sure. This one, this one's tough for me, right? Because let me just start, right? This is about a nurse who flirts with Narukami when he first starts working. And the thing is, if you go with the flirting, it actually hurts the social link. So it's better if you say no to what she's saying. It's about her coming to terms with the fact of nursing. She feels like being a nurse, everyone leaves her, and eventually an old patient she had dies, and she blames herself for it. She works to the bone. She stops messing around. She eventually hospitalizes herself, blames herself for the patient's death, but she eventually comes to terms with everything. I am doing a terrible job of explaining these social links. I am so sorry, but I don't want this video to be too long. But long story short, a patient dies. She works herself to the bone because she blames herself, doesn't want something like that to happen again. Then she just comes to terms that that's not going to help anything. So she moves to Africa to help kids in Africa. So if I would say it's A to me, because I'm paraphrasing it a lot, but there's some more depth to it. I think that's one of the more controversial picks on my list. So yeah, I'm okay with putting her there. Shu. Oh, Shu. I don't think Shu's bad. I'll put him in average as well. I'll put him right here. Shu it's about a student who hates school because they have no friends. They think they're smarter than everyone, right? Then eventually it's mostly a parental problem that he has, because he feels like his family only loves him because he gets good grades. So he eventually has so much stress put on him, he starts cheating and everything like that. So let me get a drink of water. Oh man, I'm sorry. Shu, eventually, I'm just gonna start paraphrasing these in like 3 sentences. Kid who thinks he's better than everyone, stress from parents because he thinks they only love him for his grades, cheats on the grades. Then he has the realization that he doesn't have to cheat on the grades and think he's better than everyone. He can just be a normal kid. So I do think it's a good social link. Eddie, definitely most overhated social link. I'm putting her right there above everyone else in that tier. And I mean, if I'm doing this, I'm gonna do this. I feel like that's a better way to do it. I'm just changing this tier list on the fly. Don't even matter. So the reason I'm putting Ebby at the top of A is because she is definitely the most overhated social link in the entire franchise. I think. Is there one that's more overhated? I can't think of one off the top of my head. But everyone hates her because she's like a bitch at first, and she's snobby, she's bratty, she thinks she's the best. But if you do her social link, you see why. It's because she was bullied as a kid, she worked hard to get to where she's at, and she's just cocky. But at the end of the social link, she realizes, like, hey, you know, I don't have to, you know, be this bratty persona, think I'm better, just have people like me for my looks. I can just be a normal girl, like my own things, and just live my life pretty much, you know what I mean? So that's why I like Evie. I think she is a very solid social, oh my god, I think she is a very solid social link. So yep. I'm putting Yumi at the bottom of average because I think Yumi is a good social link. She has to deal with her dad. She has to deal with the drama club. Pretty much she doesn't like who she is, so she goes into drama club to be someone else, right? Then she has the thing with her family where her dad like passes away, and she kind of just comes to terms with herself. So I mean, that's really all I can say. Mary, I don't honestly, I just gotta take a drink before I do this. Okay. Mary, where do I want to put Mary, honestly? Mary is like really, really boring. Honest to God, like, the more I think about Mary, man, like, she is cool. She has a cool dungeon. And I mean, she's integral to the story. But the thing is, she like has no personality. So her personality is just being ignorant, I guess, to the world, and you teach her about the world and everyone getting closer to her. So like, I don't think she's bad. I'll put her like, I'll put her in that same tier as Metis, like a weird addition, not weird, but and just an addition that wasn't as well received as some other additions in a later game that we are about to get to. Oh, okay. Labris, I actually like Labris a lot. I'm putting her, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna put her in A. I'm gonna put her above Adachi. You know what, nah, screw it. I'm gonna put her there. The reason I'm going to put her there is because her growth in Persona 4 Arena is actually very good. I know I said I hadn't played Ultimax, but I played Vanilla. I played Persona 4 Arena, not Persona 4 Arena Ultimax story. So I loved how she had that growth with the... She was built to be a killing machine robot that could summon a persona, right? So she makes friends with this other robot. Then the robot dies by her hand. She has to kill the robot. So she hates being a robot. She wants to be a human, pretty much, right? So eventually she makes it to Inaba somehow after Minazuki puts her in the TV and makes the TV world appear, or not the TV world appear, but she makes that little P1 Grand Prix appear. Okay. Makes that little P1 Grand Prix appear. Then, pretty much every story is the same, so she eventually has to come face to face with her shadow self, and she has this facade of being a human on, and her facade of being a human gets ripped off as her robotic body starts to show more and more. So, this is getting very hard to record. I am sorry if you've made it this far in the video. I am struggling. But eventually she faces herself, she makes friends with everyone, she joins the Shadow Ops to help fight off the shadows and all that good shit. So I just like how she goes from being a killing machine robot. There's actually a very good video made on it if you want to watch it. It's called like The Tragedy of Persona 4 Arena's Labrys or something. It explains it way better why I enjoy her character. But I can only go into so much in a tier list this big, right? Because we're just getting to Persona 5 almost. Kanamine from Persona 4 Dancing, I actually like her a lot. I like her bubbly personality. I like her down-to-earth self. I like her nerdiness. I like her desire to help people. I like her growth, or I like her story. I like her growth. I like how she's traumatized from the other idol that she saw hanging herself. I like how eventually she breaks out of her, like, what was it, the ribbons? Like at near the end, she gets trapped in the ribbons and almost lets herself go to the perpetrator of the thing, the like god of dance or whatever. I can't remember its name, but her growth was actually very good. I like her as a character. She's very cute, very bubbly. I do respect it. Okay. Oh boy. This is... You see, the problem is, Persona 5 has some of my favorite confidants, and I'm getting to that point where it's very hard to talk. So I'm just going to have to, like... I'm just probably going to place them all in a tier. And just rank them from there, right? So that's what I'm going to do. Alright. Let's go. Oh god, that's starting off with a controversial one, right? I feel like people are not going to agree with what I'm putting. Really do. Nah, I can't do that. No way. People are gonna hate me for that one. Put her like right there. Haru, put her. So I'm gonna be biased or not? Nah. Akechi. I think Akechi is really good. Nah, I'm gonna put him there. I think he's an S tier. Sumi. Yeah. You know what? Ooh. Man, we getting feisty. Ooh. Okay. She's solid. I like her. She's very good. I'll put her. Oh god. I might have to rearrange this for sure. Wait, oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Y. Oh, Y is really good, actually. The Y is probably like right here for me. Akemi is also there. Oya, honestly overhated, but not like fantastic. Ifumi, I have a like personal bias towards, but I'm gonna put her there. Shinya, I'm gonna put there. I'll put him there. Actually, I'll put him Put him there. No. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this. Yoshida. Oh, Yoshida's goated, dude. I don't even want to hear nobody talk, honestly. Yoshida, where did I put him? Where is he? Right here. Put him in S. I literally don't care. Sai, I will also put an S. Sophia, I'm gonna put there. I gotta think about this. I'm probably gonna do a cut at some point, but this is what I'm doing for now. Zenkichi was really good, actually. I'll put him. Okay. Then Igor, I mean, like, Igor's cool. I'll put him in A. Elizabeth, I will put in A+. Margaret, I will put her there. Maybe. Okay, this is Caroline and this is Justine. They're like the same to me, so I'll put them. Honestly, I think they are very good. Lavenza, I will put right there. Then Jose, I will put right there. Okay. So this is what I've got for now, right? Let me zoom out a little bit. This is what I've got for now. I'm going to go through, rearrange a little bit, and get it more like, and then I'll talk about the Persona 5 cast, so give me a second. Okay. I have adjusted my tier list. Off the top of my head, I guess I moved to S+, and that's because I remembered that she is a protagonist. I don't know how that slipped my mind. She is technically a protagonist, and hence why I gave her so much praise. So, she is going in S+. Okay. Let's just go from top to bottom, alright? Maruki. Actually, I'm gonna do this. What? I don't know, man. Like, I'm still confused. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it. Maruki, I love him because he is the only villain in Persona that has made me interested in seeing the bad end. So what I mean by that is, like, the bad end is actually good because he takes over the metaverse and changes it to his will to make everyone happy, right? He brainwashes everyone to be happy. So when you go for that bad end and take his deal, everyone's happy, everything's cool, but, you know, something's wrong, right? He's such a fleshed out character. He is so wholesome, so nice, such a good guy. You talk to him throughout the whole story. Then he has that third semester. He wants to make everyone happy because of his girlfriend's death. So he's just super fleshed out. Love him. I gotta go quick. Kasumi, she has probably my favorite growth of any character in Persona 5. The reason is because she actually is Sumire, not Kasumi. She was brainwashed by Maruki to believe that she is Kasumi after a traumatic incident where Kasumi actually died in a car accident. So she has a lot of growth there. She's athletic. She likes to eat a lot of food. She, I mean, that's all I really need, right? Those few things right there, well, I like it. Akechi, I put him here because I really like his growth in character in Persona 5 Royal. They gave him that confidant that gave you some more of a friendship, more of a rivalry with Joker. Then I love the third semester where you actually teamed up with him, brought him back, and he literally helps the Phantom Thieves beat Maruki just because he does not want to be alive if it's not on his own terms. So that's honestly one of the most raw things ever. He's just so cool sometimes. I don't know. Yoshida, honest to God, probably my favorite confidant in all of Persona besides like Kasumi and them, if you count that. I love Yoshida because he is a politician that's actually a good guy. Well, he is now a good guy. He used to be an asshole, but now he's fine. He just has a lot of growth, right? So throughout the speeches, he starts from being unheard. His voice is just kind of in that Shibuya crowd. He's unsure of what he wants to do. He's unsure if he can be a politician, and he's unsure of himself. But Joker being there beside him, being his friend and, you know, kind of supporter, being his assistant, he helps him realize that, you know, he's done messed up things, but his heart's in a good place, so he knows what he's doing is the right thing to do. It's what he wants to do. He wants to make Japan a better place. He gets into a dispute with some people. At first, he crumbles and, you know, just backs off, but at the end, you know, Joker pushes him to, you know, give his opinion, show that he's not the same person he used to be. I just respect Yoshida a lot, man. Like, people don't talk about him enough. Ryuji, my favorite bro character. He's athletic, good guy. He's ready to sacrifice himself for his friends. He's ready to just power through pain, especially with like his knee pains and shit. Just definitely a bro character, always there for you, man. He's the type of dude you could just... He's stupid as hell, but he's the type of dude who will be there if you need him. He did not deserve to be beat up after Shido's Palace, by the way. That was the worst part of the whole game. Sai, I really like her growth because she goes from wanting to just close cases and get shit done quick, just to have results, to actually, you know, wanting to help people, not just gambling, not just trying to make it for the sake of making it, not trying to blame everything. Well, not blame everything, but not trying to let the society of Japan with, you know, how they view women take her down. So I respect her, man. She's a strong woman, love her, which is why some people are not going to understand why she's down here, but I'm going to get to it, okay? And I might change my mind, so, you know, bear with me. Zenkichi, honestly, a very, very huge treat to play as and play with and grow with in Persona 5 Strikers. Dealing with his daughter, dealing with everything that happened in his past. It's just, I can only say so much, right? Like, he just had really good growth. I mean, he had really good growth. His awakening was cool. His persona is cool. His attitude is cool. His mindset is cool. His mentality is cool. Like, he's just cool. He's cool, okay? I can't really say much. Just go play Persona 5 Strikers, man. This video is too long. Sophia, it's kind of the same thing. She goes from being... It's the same thing as Aigis, pretty much, right? Except in a less fleshed out tone, since Aigis is now a protagonist. Sophia is created by Ichinose? She's not in this tier list, by the way. She's a good character. I'm sorry if there's characters that are missing here. Like, for example, Ichinose I would probably put in, like, A or something like that, but she's not here. Not every tier list is going to be perfect, right? I just kind of liked how this one looked. But, Sophia, she has that same kind of growth as Aigis, where she goes from being a robotic, just, I am humanity's companion, to, you know, actually being friends with the Phantom Thieves, wanting to experience things in life. I respect that kind of growth a lot. Sojiro is the same reason I put Dojima, except in just a little bit of a less manner for me, right? Which, no, actually no. If I could, I would put them on the exact same tier, right? Like, they're the exact same to me. But if I had to choose, I would probably put Sojiro above Dojima, and that's just because Sojiro was always a good guy. From the very start, even though he doesn't trust you, which it's admittedly on his end, it's understandable why he doesn't trust Joker, because Joker has a criminal record. But as you go through the social link, he's always there to protect you. He's always there giving you tips, teaching you how to make coffee, saying you've done nothing wrong when you try to protect Futaba. You get that really tight-knit family reunion type feel with Sojiro, as you do with Dojima. Yusuke, I love Yusuke, man. He's nerdy, he's artistic, he's not did I say autistic? I meant artistic. I'm sorry. It's getting late, but he's just funny. Honestly, he's funny. He's a great person. Same voice actor as Leon, so that gives him bonus points. I love him. Like, his awakening was one of my favorites in the game. His outfit is cool. His resolve to fight, everything going on is good. Yeah, just a great character, great cast member. Iwai, Yakuza member who has family issues. He is still having problems with the Yakuza. You can never get out. He wants to protect his kid, never let his kid know his past, because he doesn't want his kid to deal with his shenanigans. But eventually, everything is found out. Like, Iwai, they know he's a Yakuza. His kid knows he's a Yakuza. Iwai gets held up at gunpoint, and his son is a hostage. But at that moment, they have their moment of reflection. They, are honest with each other, and they have that growth. So now Iwai can have a happy future with his son. So I really like that. Futaba, she comes to terms with her mother's death after having very severe PTSD. If it wasn't for the Phantom Thieves, she probably would have killed herself. So a very damn good thing that the Phantom Thieves found her when they did. Man, Futaba is actually a very good character. She's probably around here-ish for me. Futaba's growth is very good. Her social link is actually very wholesome, because I feel like a lot of people nowadays with social anxiety and social problems and everything, they could take a hint from Futaba's social link, where she writes down little goals and things like that, and incentives to do those goals. So, for example, she was making her goal to reach out to her old kindergarten friend, I think it was, and become more friendly with her again. So, very good social link. I like it a lot. I put here, I do like a lot. I like how she's like a powerful type woman type thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but she's just cool. She has good growth. I can't say good growth more in this damn video, can I? Yeah, good growth. Takumi, let me go more into it. An has a good relationship with Shinon. I think that's her name, Shion. The lady who jumped off the school. She's a great friend to her. She's always supportive. Always wants to help her out. Always there to, give the Phantom Thief some sort of comic relief, I guess. He's stupid as hell. Probably more stupid than Ryuji, but she's just cool, and she eventually embraces her, her for who she is, right? So I respect it. Now Takumi, she is a underground pharmacist, I guess. So, excuse me. She's an underground pharmacist. She makes all sorts of shady shit. Does all sorts of trials on Joker to try to make a cure for a patient that she can no longer overlook. It may seem like she's kind of cold at first, but she's actually very caring. She wants to help this patient out that she knows from a different hospital. You help her with the development, then some asshole comes, tells her she's dead, but she's actually not. She eventually, like, I think she finishes the cure, or she resolves to finish it, something like that. So she's just got a good social link, or confidant, I guess. Haru is kind of like a bias pick. Realistically, Haru's not like the most fleshed out character, but I just love her personality, where she's like always trying to kill shit. The axe, making shadows plead for their lives, stuff like that. I love her personality, honestly. That's all I can really say. Kawakami, I love her because she has her pickle with her previous student's death. Then her previous students blackmail her, or not previous students, her previous students' parents blackmail her, and she has to become a maid and all kinds of crazy things to make money to pay off these blackmailing ass parents. So I can't remember exactly how it ends, but I do remember it. I think it ends happily. I think the parent... No, actually, I do remember how it ends. Joker goes and makes the parents have a change of heart, and Kawakami is finally free from her shackles. So, overall, a very solid social link, for sure. Ryoji, I put here, this is going over the confidant, but I'm just going to talk about Ryoji in general. I like Ryoji because it's Pharos come to life, except he's actually a good, well-developed character. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He's actually just kind of chill. He helps Makoto become more... He helps him kind of chill out after everything that's happened with the shadows and shit. He helps him through Makoto's depression phase, because Makoto low-key didn't want the thing to end, right? He's got that upbeat personality. He's like, hey, I'm gonna be your friend. If you don't want me to be, then I'm just gonna keep trying until you be my friend. So I'm gonna make you happy regardless, right? So I like him, you know, good personality. All of the Velvets I kind of put on the same tier because I like how they help you throughout the journey. They lead you on the right path. I put the... Actually, I'm gonna do this. I put the Velvet twins from Persona 5 in there because it was kind of like a plot twist with Igor being evil in that one. I liked how they did that, where eventually the world, like, it was so crazy because that had never happened before, right? Igor was replaced, and then the Velvet attendant was split in half to not remember any of the memories, but still go along with the procedure. So I love that growth, actually. That they're probably my favorite attendants for sure. Oh boy. Okay, so the reason I put Makoto so low is because she's just boring to me. Like, she is just outright boring. Okay, I'll do this. I'll do this. I don't think she's that low, but honestly, she is like the weakest party member in the whole series to me, almost, besides like Koromaru, I guess. It's just, it comes down to her being strong and being like the dumb student council president that doesn't know much about life, right? Now, you know what? I'm being too harsh. I'll at least put her here. I'm being too harsh. I think she does have good growth, because it is fun and interesting watching her go from like being, you know, oh man, we got to do everything perfectly, follow schedules, routines. Oh no, I can't have fun. I got to do homework. I got to focus on college. You know, this very narrow-minded mindset. But then as you progress through the game and her confidant, she becomes more and more interested in these things like video games. She becomes friends with someone who's completely different. She's always down to kick ass and help people out, her friends. She's good, honestly, yeah. I don't think she's as bad as I was making her out to be. Okay, here we are to the final ones. Hifumi, I can't say much about these characters, okay? Hifumi, she has problems with her mother's She loves shogi, but her mother wants her to throw and set up games, so she gets a shit ton of money. Eventually, Joker helps her out, and that's kind of it. Oya's a little bit better actually. I'll put her right. I'll put her there. Oya has a social link where she is on a journey to report on, was it her friend reporter's death? What had happened was she suspects that her friend was murdered, and there was never like any solid evidence, so she's always gathering evidence. She's a drunk. I can't exactly remember, but I do remember like her social link quite a lot. What was her name? She's the fortune teller, I know that. The fortune teller. Actually, no, I'm doing this. I can't remember anything about her. I just remember I liked her. I just remember her helping you. No, I remember. Okay, so she's a fortune teller, right? And you constantly define fate. So she'll say, "Hey, your boyfriend's gonna beat you," or something to her. "Hey, your boyfriend's extortionate," or "Hey," something like that, right? And then Joker will go change their heart through the mementos, right? So she eventually realizes, like, hey, I'm not stuck to this fate of, everything that I say is not absolute, right? Like, I can make things happen that aren't exact. Or, not everything is set in stone from the start. So I don't remember exactly, but I think she has an issue with someone, and then she kind of comes to terms with it eventually. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've done this social link, but I do remember liking it. I do remember. Mishima I like because he's a cool guy. He runs the fan site. He gets too cocky with it though. He's a good guy, but he gets too cocky and too caught up in it. So what happens is he starts letting this power creep go to his head of running the fan site and thinking the Phantom Thieves depend on him. So eventually he starts going like, hey, this guy looked at me wrong, dude. We need to like change his heart. It's like, just relax. And then eventually you change his heart. He comes to terms with everything. He's like, hey, let's just go after the actual bad guys, So good character. Morgana, I hate him. Honestly, I would be lying if I said I didn't hate him. Morgana is definitely my least favorite character in the entire cast of any game. The reason I hate him is because Okumura's Palace, he is very annoying. Okumura's Palace is straight up the reason, right? Ryuji not sacrifices himself, but he is down for shit, right? He is jumping in front of damn taxis to like stop cars to help Makoto from getting banged up by these damn gangsters. He's out doing all this shit, and then Morgana comes through and he's like, Ryuji, you're so stupid, huh? And he says this throughout the whole game, and then Ryuji says, no, I'm not having this shit anymore. And then Morgana has a hissy fit, runs out because he's like all sorts of pissed, and I get why he did it, okay? I get it. That doesn't mean I gotta like it though. I don't like Morgana, man. Like, I just don't have any sort of emotional attachment. If anything, he's just annoying. He was a little bit better in Royal, but overall, man, I'm not messing with Morgana. Shinya I'm putting in the top of average just because it's a very forgettable social link. So pretty much you just help him with his mother, and that's about all I can remember. He teaches you how to play the game. You teach him that he's not the best at everything, and he actually has to like practice to be the best. I think that's what it is, right? Yeah. You just help him with the game. He helps you with the game. You help him with life and his mother. Pretty much is the story. And he eventually has his growth where he's like, hey, I'm not the bomb diggity ass at the game. There's more to life than this game. I'm gonna actually, go out, do other things. I think that was what happens. It's been a minute since I've done this social link too, so I can't quite remember. But I think that's it. I think this is my Persona character tier list. I did not expect to be talking for an hour and 40 minutes straight. I'm gonna have to cut some parts out. But for the most part, this is going to be unedited. I'm just going to cut out parts where I like go get water and stuff. So, yeah. I'm pretty content with this list, I think. I don't see anything right off that comes off as insane to me. So, I'm going to leave it with this. I'm going to save. I'm gonna save this image. Save image. Alright, this is my definitive Persona character tier list. There's a few characters that are not in there because it wasn't on the tier list, but it's good enough, right? Like you can kind of tell where I would put other characters maybe if they were there. So yeah. I guess that's it. If you made it to the end of this video, like, you're actually a legend, so I love you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with a friend. Do all that good stuff. So, yeah. See you guys later.